The studio lights blazed overhead as the familiar theme of the chase echoed through the set. Contestants had come and gone, but now, in the final round, all eyes were on one man, Paul Sinha, the Sinnerman. Dressed in his trademark white suit, he exuded calm confidence. But today, the air was thick with something different, something electric. Across from him stood the last contestant, a sharp-tongued, quick-witted woman named Joanna. A literature professor by trade, she was known on campus for her blistering comebacks and encyclopedic memory. She had already won over the audience with her banter and her surprising £70,000 solo win in the Cash Builder. Now, it was just her, Paul, and the ticking clock. As the final chase began, the questions came fast. Which country invented the sport of judo? Japan, Paul replied smoothly. Correct. Which Shakespeare play features the character Iago? Othello, Joanna snapped. Also correct. The score bounced back and forth, but Paul, as always, was catching up fast. He was only 2 behind now. Then it came. Bradley Walsh read out the next question. Which 20th century author once said, "A reader lives 1,000 lives before he dies"? Joanna buzzed in quickly. George Orwell. A pause. No, said Bradley. The correct answer is George R.R. Martin. Joanna scoffed, and under her breath, but just loud enough for the mic to catch it, she muttered, well, at least one George had talent. There was a momentary silence, the kind that often precedes a storm. Paul's eyebrows arched. He blinked slowly, digesting her comment. Then he looked up, meeting her gaze. That's an insult, he said, his voice sharper than usual, less amused, more deliberate. The audience gave a collective ooh, sensing the tension ratchet up a few notches. Joanna, unfazed, gave a shrug. Just calling it how I see it, Paul. Bradley tried to smooth it over with a chuckle. Right, moving swiftly on. Let's keep the chase friendly, shall we? But Paul wasn't done. He adjusted his cuffs and leaned forward slightly, eyes locked on Joanna. You can disagree with an answer, but questioning the literary value of someone's work, especially when confusing Orwell with Martin, is a bold move for a professor. Joanna grinned. Touché. The game resumed, but now it had a new edge. Each question between them became a duel. Who composed the opera, The Magic Flute? Mozart, Paul replied crisply. Correct. What is the capital of Kazakhstan? Nur-Sultan, Joanna shot back. Also correct. With only 10 seconds left, Paul needed 2 more to catch her. He got 1. The next question would decide it. What is the term for a word that is the same forwards and backwards? Paul buzzed. Palindrome. Correct. Tie. The bell rang, the game ended, but the room was still buzzing. Joanna extended a hand across the desk. No hard feelings? Paul hesitated, then, with the smallest smirk, shook her hand. None. You're sharp, but I'll expect better literary takes next time. As the credits rolled and the theme music swelled, social media lit up. Hashtag Sinha versus Joanna trended across Twitter. Fans were divided. Team Paul and Team Joanna flooded the internet. Producers saw opportunity. The chase had been tense, electric, and most importantly, real. 2 weeks later, ITV announced a special rematch episode, The Chase, Redemption Round, featuring Paul Sinha and Joanna head-to-head, one-on-one, no team, no mercy. Joanna, when asked in a radio interview how she felt about the tension with the Sinnerman, just laughed. Was it tense? Maybe, but it wasn't personal. It was intellectual combat, and in combat, you don't blink. Paul Sinha, for his part, simply tweeted, "Some battles are worth revisiting. See you soon, Professor. Bring your A-game and better authors." The chase wasn't over. It had only just begun.